Okay, question 2. We've got a dy by dx. So we should be thinking to ourselves, differentiation. Okay, when you see words like tangent, if you see words like stationary point, not by ESP, or you literally see dy by dx, or the f dash x, that's all your notation and all your buzzwords for differentiating. Now don't forget, differentiating is working out the gradient. So if I've got a parabola or any kind of polynomial, whatever, if I want to know the gradient at this point of this parabola, I would differentiate the equation of the parabola to give me an equation that will help me find the gradient. Okay? So this equation here is possibly the equation for this parabola. So to differentiate it, I first need to set it up. So I'm going to say that y is 12x cubed plus 8x to the half. Remember, root x is x to the half because there's a little 2 in here which we don't write because we're lazy mathematicians, and there's a little 1 in there we don't write because we're lazy mathematicians, and the 2 just becomes round. So if I've got a cube root of x, that's x to the third. If I had x squared cube rooted, that would be x to the 2 over 3. So remember those little rules there. So now that I've set it up, I can differentiate it. So I don't know why I use the red pen, sorry. Quite a nice red, wasn't it? Ferrari red, quite deep. Ferrari back in the day, maybe 2011. Now we differentiate. Now this is something actually, as you do this paper, you'll get confused with differentiating and integration. Doing them separately is fine, but when you mix it up, it's very easy to get confused. Now what I like to do is I like to say x squared becomes 2x, because I know my rule is I multiply the 2 and the 1 to give me 2, and then I take away 1, which gives me the 1. Okay? And it's the opposite for integration. If I want to integrate, I know that I add 1, which gives me 2. 2 divided by 2 gives me 1. Okay? So something to help you remember which way to integrate and differentiate would be helpful. So we're going to multiply these together. So 36x squared plus, now 8 times a half. You can go to the side of your page if you want. You can say 8 times a half. That's just the same as 8 times 1, which is 8, and 2 times 1, which is 2. So that's 4. So I've got 4x. Now a half take away 1. So a half take away 1. 1 is 2 halves. 1 take away 2 is negative 1. So I've got negative a half. And then we'll rewrite that nicely. We'll just say 36x squared. That's fine. The 4 stays on the top. And I change my sign when I cross this line. That becomes x to the half, but why don't I write it a little bit better? I'll call that the square root of x, just as we talked about already. Okay, so let's talk marks. Marking scheme says you get 0.4 writing out this bit. Okay? So fantastic, by knowing that rule you've got yourself a mark. You would then get a mark for differentiating your first term, and a mark for differentiating your second term. There's no note about writing it like this. I just thought I would show you that because it would come in handy for rearranging other equations. Okay, so that's your 3 marks. Quite nice, isn't it? Put that up to the half, brilliant, and then both terms. So again, don't worry if you don't know everything. Get as many points as you can, though. Okay, really scrap for these small marks. Yeah, if you're, I hate differentiation, you can't do it. You could do this. Come on, there's a mark right there. Yeah, and that's something. Okay, so just watch out. There's so many nice ways to get points. Okay.